I guess if I had to sum it up, I would say that we've come a long way. We've got a long way to go, but we're going to get there. This church is alive. Anything that's living grows, expands, becomes greater. This church is going to continue to grow, continue to get greater, but it's going to do that through the people that are in it. And it's really up to us to do our part in fulfilling God's purpose and plan here at Victory Life Centre.
Victory Life Centre was founded 20 years ago with the purpose of training an army of people to know who they are in Christ, to take this city, this nation, and the nations of the world.
Victory Life Centre was birthed in a prayer meeting that had been going on every Monday for more than 4 years in a small family home. Out of this prayer meeting, it was clear that there was a need for a church to be able to reach the community and share the overwhelming love of God.
On the 22nd of July, 1995, Victory Life held its very first church service in the home-based centre in Wembley, with over 150 people attending. Before long, the facility had become too small to accommodate the growing number of people attending on a Sunday.
Our church then moved to a temporary location in Claremont to allow room for future growth. With an army of people volunteering their times and talents, we saw the empty shed transformed into an incredible facility. 6 months later, with the Royal Show coming to Perth, we were forced to look for a new and more permanent location. Searching high and low throughout Perth, we finally found a spot that was perfect to house it.
Once again, we had an incredible army of volunteers that helped transform our building from a carpet factory to the incredible facility we have today. From the very first service we held here, we had a feeling that we had finally found our home, and we were now released to sink our roots within our community.
Now being fully grounded with a building, a growing congregation, and a vision for our church, it was time to reach out to our community. We had the honour of having John Howard, the Prime Minister of Australia at the time, come and officially open Victory Life Community Services, now known as Margaret Court Community Outreach. In 1999, what began as a humble operation to feed the homeless has now grown into one of the largest community service centres in Western Australia, providing food, clothing and pastoral care for families in need.
The last 20 years has seen the establishment of many other ministries, including Victory Life International Bible Training Centre, which sees students from around the world coming together and being trained, equipped and empowered to take their nation for Christ.
Margaret Court Television produces an international broadcast for our television program, A Life of Victory, which spreads Pastor Margaret's message of faith, righteousness and healing to over 120 nations on channels such as God TV, Australian Christian Channel and the Inspiration Network.
Our denomination, Victory Life International, covers over 53 churches planted across 10 nations around the world.
Our Prayer and Healing Centre sees miracles and people being set free from life-threatening illnesses.
Victory Life Worship has released 5 albums, and our music is sung at churches all around the globe.
We have thriving children's, youth, young adults and seniors ministries, seeing people operate in their God-given gifts and knowing who they are in Christ.
Our story so far has been amazing, but it is not over. We are a church with a purpose, and we are a people with a purpose to fulfill God's destiny in our lives, for the city, for the nation, and for the nations.
Our church is a river flowing out to these doors. People are swimming in it, into the marketplace, the schools, hospitals, in every area of society. We are people who know who we are in Christ, sons and daughters of the Most High, with a kingdom mentality taking the nations for Christ.
It's because of you, our church family, that we have been able to fulfill so much over the last 20 years.
It's because of you that we are able to see an army of people trained who know who they are in Christ.
It's because of you that we are a mercy ship, full of love and compassion.
It is because of you we are able to reach and impact the community.
It's because of you we see young people inspired and motivated to live a Christ-centered life.
And it is because of you, our family, who are faithful and committed, that we are a church with a purpose. The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to come.